Hello, everyone. Boone here. Welcome back to Boone Builds for another Bricktorious Live. From Lego Masters, you know them. This is Syreeta. Welcome, Syreeta. And her partner, it's Randall. Welcome, Randall. Can't wait to talk to both of you about your awesome Lego adventures. Tonight, joining us, we also have my lovely co-host, Brian Saviano.
Hey, Brian.
And it's that time for all of us to watch this and dance while a past me sings the theme song.
Let's go. Hey.
It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious, everybody.
As always, glorious.
To Bricktorious. Welcome.
Hey. All right, Randall, I'll see you.
With the four of us.
Hey.
Randall working his way up and down the panel.
It's like a digital shimmy. That's what it is.
It is like a digital shimmy. Welcome to Bricktorious, everybody. We're going to head on over there to the live chat. Marvel Kid 25 is here. Lego Cat creator Heather Mraz. Jonathan Vo. Hassani is back. Jake Sadovich, everybody. The Jake Sadovich. He is an incredible designer. He is here. B Lego Productions says, where's that B Lego Productions? Says, I am dancing in my room to this. Well, thank you very much, B Lego Productions. Try to bring a little fun and music every week. Samir is here. Aubrey is here. Eli, Daniel Warren, Brian Anderson is back. David Lee Archie III. Holy smokes. What a name. It's gonna be glorious. Now we get to dance a little bit. Welcome to Bricktorious. Jay Frank, thanks for being here. Whoa, whoa, Brickham's Den, everybody. Welcome to Bricktorious.
Hey.
It's gonna be uproarious. Jay Frank says, what up? You got to make sure you use plenty of yous when you say what up. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Syreeta, Randall, you are our guests of honor tonight. I'm going to put you up there in the top row as the theme music fades out. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for being here with us.
I'm just glad to be here with the theme music.
Yeah. I know that's right. Very hype. I would like to say thank you. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world. You're literally here with us. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Love it. Love it. All right. So let's check in a little bit. What has been going on with you this week? Randall, Syreeta, we're going to give you a moment to think about it. Brian, what's been going on, man? What's new?
What's new is more of a fact of what isn't new. Preparing to go to the first Lego show of the year next week.
Oh, yes.
Brick Fair, Virginia. Get hyped. Get excited, everyone. I will be there in the flesh. So for that. I built a massive Lego Mario back here for a thing for Beyond the Brick. You can only see the overalls of it, but that's a project I did.
I saw that, and I saw that the instructions are available for that.
Yes, they are.
What's the story with that? How many steps? How many pages?
There's like 480 steps. There's 4,700 pieces. It's a lot, and it took me 20 hours to build it. So lots of Marvel movies and podcasts. It's a beast. So
tell me the number of hours one more time.
20 hours to build the thing.
That's specific. Okay.
Yes. Lots of stacking and it's built the same way like a Lego model that you would see in like the stores and Legoland and whatnot, like an actual model. So you're building it all the way up. Takes a lot of focus, so you got to take your time with it.
Is it fairly hollow?
It's very heavy. So it's 18 pounds, and there's a little bit of structural integrity in there. But it's mostly the outside. Next Gen Smarty Pants says, hi, y'all. That is Paris.
Paris. Tan Jam says, hey, Bootleg Stan, Brian, Syreeta, Randall. Thanks for being here with us, Tan Jam. All right. Syreeta, what's new with you? What's going on this week?
I really just want naps, but outside of that, I'm really grateful to be fulfilling orders, talking to some folks who are interested in, creating some commissions, which is great. And just more importantly, just really excited to be rocking with you all tonight. So yeah, very excited about that. I know Randall is like touring the world right now. He's on a world tour. And so I'm trying to catch up with him by any means possible. That's
catch me if you can.
This week.
Danny, my wife Danny is watching, and she said, Jordy and Charlie said, wait, those are my kids. Wait, that's Randall and Syreeta from Lego Masters.
Hello, we made it.
That's wild.
We made it. What's going on?
So, Randall, where are you at? What are you up to?
Brian, I'll see you next week.
Oh,
I'm
really?
Also gonna be at Brick Fair VA as well.
Nice. We'll meet up for the shenanigans. It'll be a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. I used to live in Virginia, so this will probably be like my 4th or 5th one. But this is my first time ever displaying. So yeah. So that's what I'm getting ready for. As well as, putting another piece together for that show. So busy couple of weeks coming up.
Awesome. Absolutely great. I love it. I'm so pleased that the two of you are here with us. Loved watching you on the first several episodes of Lego Masters Season 2. I've told people that the first time I met you, I think we were in a Zoom call, something with Lego Masters and Lego Fan Media, and the two, I just feel like you each have your own unique electric personality, and I couldn't wait. I got to meet you just a couple weeks before the show aired, and I couldn't wait to see you on the show, and I was so pleased to get to see you on the show. And sorry that it didn't work out with the hanging brick challenge, but just the
numbers. It's like that sometimes.
Correct.
But I'm so pleased that we got to share you got to share yourselves with us and with the community, and look so forward to getting to know you more as this evening goes on, and as we continue to all be part of this crazy Lego Masters family.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll get to that in a little bit. Everybody, if you're here tonight, thank you again for watching. Oh, that's Syreeta. I'm gonna go to I'm just gonna talk to y'all for just a moment. If you're watching, I just want to thank you for being here. Please like this video. I don't often do this. Brian may be proud of me for remembering to do it, but if you like these videos, like the videos. Click that thumbs up button. And please subscribe to Boone Builds. You're all awesome. Thank you for being here. We're going to do tonight, we're going to have the A-Full Spotlight. We'll be talking to Randall and Syreeta about some of the things that they've been up to, how they got connected with the Lego community, some things they've been building. We're also going to do a minifig mystery, and we're going to try a new game a little bit later on. We've done a lot of trivia, and I know you all have enjoyed the trivia, but I want to come up with some other activities that we can do in the live chat together, because I'm going to run out of trivia questions before long. So I think a couple weeks ago we tried the word search. That's cool. Word search will be coming back in some future episode, but tonight we have another new game. That's the only spoiler you get right now, because first, before we can give away something in the game, we have to have something to give away.
Let's go.
It is going to be the mystery minifig. And I'm going to open up a video character, and here it is.
What is that?
Minifig mystery. It's a minifig mystery. Minifig mystery. Minifig mystery. It's a minifig mystery.
I love the dance. I love the dance moves. I love it. So awesome. Thank you all for being such good sports. All right. So it is a video minifig. Bell with $10 super chat says they need a love button, but short of that, a like will have to do. I love, one of the cool things about these video minifig boxes is they spin. Isn't that rad?
Oh, that's by design. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. No, I don't think it's by design. I think it's an accident. But it's kind of like a record spinning. Video is kind of all about the music, right?
Yep.
Jay Frank came in with a $5 super sticker. Thank you
Let's
very much,
go.
Jay.
Come
Thank
on.
you, Jay and Belle, for supporting the live chat tonight. All right, what do you think? Let's look at some of the options we have for this. I don't know that all of the possible characters are featured on the cover of this, but some of them are.
What are the options?
So this looks like I think this is like an alien singer.
Yep.
This is like a cheetah. DJ
Situation.
Cheetah Cool Cat. This is like a banshee or something.
Yep.
Is that
They all, it looks like they all have.
right?
Yep, that is the ice cream saxophone guy. One of the best minifigures of the year, in my opinion.
Ice cream saxophone. And then we've got we had the rocker shark a couple weeks ago. And the thing that makes me a little bit nervous about these boxes is I can't know what they are ahead of time. So I'll be really disappointed if this is another shark. But you know, it's fine because it'll still get given away to some lucky folks out there or some lucky viewer. There's also a cowboy and sort of a cheerleader person.
Yes.
So, Syreeta, do you have any guesses?
I want to go with the shark.
All right, Syreeta thinks we're going to get the shark again. Syreeta's betting on disappointment.
$5 on disappointment.
All right. Randall, do you have a guess?
I'm gonna guess the cheerleader like figure.
Okay, someone who looks like a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Brian, you got a guess?
I was going to bet on disappointment as well, but for the sake of variety, I'll go with the banshee.
Okay, you're going with the banshee, and I'm going to go with the cheetah. I think you said the cheetah last time, right, Brian?
I think so, yeah.
And I wanted to say cheetah, so I'll say cheetah tonight. Let's see. Aubrey says the samurai wrapper. That must be a samurai. Maybe we can't see that option on the cover of the box.
There's a couple left off there.
There's a couple left off the box.
Yeah,
B Lego says wolf guy.
Wolf guy, okay.
Samir says I think shark.
Shark is
And,
where Team Shark.
and Maria. Oh, look at that. Maria with a guess.
Okay, Maria. Okay.
Maria says cheetah. All right. Here we go. Give me a drum roll. 3, 2, 1.
Shark.
It's stuck.
Wow. Shark.
Anticlimactic. It is the wolf guy. All right. So I led you all astray by showing you the options from the front of the box because apparently there are a couple of other options, and we got the wolf guy. So do we have a name for this? Is it like Rockin' Wolf or what happens with the wolf man? Let's see. What's on the back?
Go.
You know, this is a this text that we get in video is sort of a video, I think a video native text, but that certainly looks like it was inspired by the Metallica logo to me.
For sure.
So maybe we have you know, a wolf guy here who plays.
There's no guitar.
Yeah, he must be what does he do? He's just got
probably an air drummer.
He's just got
he's got
bones?
the two bones that are the
Oh, the sticks. Yes.
Okay, so he's a drummer, but he doesn't come with any drums. All right.
Wow.
I think the prints on these video characters are so cool.
Throughout the entire line, you get some of the best minifigures that are coming out for the year, especially with the second wave of stuff coming out in a couple of days. There's good figures in there.
Brian, how many of these do you have?
So I was fortunate enough to review them for Beyond the Brick. So I have the second wave of sets and everything from the first line. The only thing I don't have is a second series of figures. Those come out in October. So I'm probably going to get those, even if I don't get them for review, because they are really, really cool figures.
And he came with 3 different beat bits here. Okay. This one's cool. This one's actually, this must be the beat bit that is exclusive to this figure. So it's like he turns into you probably use that with any of the characters and get some sort of cool wolf transformation action. I don't know. All right, there it is. Great. Can you focus there? There you go, camera. Focus in on that. There he is, Wolfman. Well, I'm going to call him Wolfman Jack.
So Boone, how are we deciding who gets this figure? What do you got up your sleeve?
We will decide who gets this figure later on in a game that I am calling Virtual Great Ball Contraption. That's right, everybody. Tonight will be the very first night of Virtual Great Ball Contraption. If you don't know what Great Ball Contraption is, you'll have to look it up on YouTube after this stream is over. But it's a very, it's an old tradition in Lego fan conventions of these machines that just pass little Lego basketballs and soccer balls from one module to the next. And they break world records by bringing in more modules. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that. But tonight, we're going to see the very first Virtual Great Ball Contraption. It's coming a little bit later. Fazoom says, hello, everyone. Fazoom, thank you so much for being here with us. You're here on an epic moment. Life of Brother 5000 says VGBC. You've got it. It is the virtual GBC. All right. But before we get to the virtual GBC, we are going to have to do a little AFL spotlight. It's time. Syreeta and Randall are our precious special guests. Special was the word I was looking for. Our esteemed special guests tonight. This is AFL Spotlight Live, everybody.
Climb aboard this proverbial Winnebago. We're talking about the awesome fans of Lego. So build your mock and shift it into drive. It's time for AFL Spotlight Live.
Hey.
All right.
And the build.
Thank
Randall
you.
is ready. Randall is ready.
You know, I just realized I have some things around here in my old room. So yes, bring it on, Boone.
Randall
All right.
is ready.
All right. So the big question that I ask everybody when they are on the hot seat in AFL Spotlight is,
It's hot.
where did it all begin for you with Lego? How did you get into Lego, and maybe how did you get connected to the Lego fan community? You don't have to tell us every detail between birth and now, but those are the important questions that I tend to start with. How'd you get into Lego? Who wants to start? Randall Syreeta, how do you decide who's going to answer a question first?
Usually Syreeta is the showstopper, so she goes first. You already see it from her energy, so the floor is yours.
I start first because
Awesome.
Randall has a more comprehensive story, which I think is super important. So my journey into Lego happened quite a few years ago, touching very close to a decade, right? And so I remember just being in the bookstore. I'm read all of the books, and they happened to have Lego, and I was like, oh, this would be cool. A Friday night, a nice glass of wine, I'll build a thing. And so after 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of the same type of set, I only built the architecture collection at that time. My dad was an architect. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I feel like there are some things that are missing that doesn't exist. And so in my life outside of Lego, I'm like, what are the things, like, how can we tap into the things that are missing? Long story short, a friend of mine connected me with Randall, and we ended up cooking Most Incredible. But yeah, so my background with Lego is the architecture collection. I still build up until this day. And it's, for me, I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about Lego Masters in a few, but like, for me, it's always been relaxation. Lego Masters is the exact opposite of that. The extreme opposite of that. But yeah, I didn't grow up with Lego as a kid by any means, but like just my introduction to Randall, me and Randall have shot in mini gyms, and we've been friends for quite a long time at this point. And so he has a very distinct background with Lego than I do. So I'm going to pass the ball to Randall as he, share some gems with you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Syreeta.
You see, that's why she goes first. Right? That's why she goes first. For me, I was 4 years old, waking up in my parents' room, so close to birth. And the set that I remember playing with was 8024, a Universal Technic set.
Yep.
Yeah, which came out in 89. So, and that was 30 years ago, 30 some odd years ago. So it's been on ever since then. Got presents every 6 months in the summer and Christmas because of my birthday. And ever since then, I majored in architecture. So that's another thing I have in common with Syreeta. And after a while, just started building my own stuff. And then once I moved to Virginia, got my own Lego room, and then started getting active on, oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the exact set that I had. Yep. And started getting active on Flickr a little bit back when that was a thing in the community, and just started following some people and that I enjoyed works of. And over time, still hadn't yet connected with a lot of people, but after, you know, the opportunity that we had, starting to connect to a whole lot more, which is all I wanted, honestly.
That's awesome. So now fast forward a little bit and tell us how did the two of you get to Lego Masters? How did that story begin?
How did that story begin? So as Syreeta said, we started Most Incredible Studio to combine our loves of hip hop and Lego and just make some things that we thought would.
Oh no! Sorry, Randall. I accidentally.
You know what? I didn't even say a word in the middle. Right. Grand opening,
go ahead.
grand closing.
Go ahead. I meant to do this. That's what I meant to do.
Oh, got you. Yeah. So after we started Most Incredible, just combined making hip hop themed builds out of Lego. We wrote, it's one of our goals and for 2021, just to find a way to get out there more and show people what we have to offer. And then, you know, somebody reached out to us and said, and I guess saw that we were a team of two already and said, hey, we're looking for people for the season. You should apply. And we were like, all right. I mean, since they reached out to us, there must be something worth pursuing here. And so we kept trying. We kept going until they might have told us no, and they never told us no.
So I'd like to say something real quick. Boone, can you scroll back up for me a little bit here? Yeah. No, back down a little bit, just a little bit more. The Dropout Bear, you got good taste in music, sir. I appreciate that a lot. Good stuff. Good stuff. I wanted to mention it publicly here. I love it. I love that so much.
We got the cosign.
I know, right?
Great stuff.
That bear specifically, the way that I have it at home, the bear opens up and it has mini models inside representing some of the songs from that album.
Really? Oh, yeah. I gotta find that somewhere. That must be.
Yeah,
awesome.
I gotta send it to you.
Good. Awesome.
So we're here at mostincrediblestud.io, and there is a link. If you're in YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, I put that link in the video description just before we went live. So it might take a refresh for you to see that link, but you're also welcome to go to mostincrediblestud.io. How did you come up with the name?
Oh, okay. I'll tell the story. So
tell the story.
I'm going to make it short. We wanted to think of something that represented what we wanted to demonstrate in our builds, while also being hip hop themed. Like we wanted to inspire people. We wanted to amaze. We wanted people to feel joy, things like that. And we're both fans of Jay-Z, and we wanted something memorable. I ended up listening to Song Cry, and he has an ad lib where he goes, "Most incredible, baby." And we were like, oh, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Of course, reference to a Lego, part of the Lego anatomy, the stud. That's something we hear a lot. I love it. Absolutely love it. So you can head on over to that site and check out their stuff. They've got a lot of cool stuff. Some models. I'm excited to hear about the blueprint. What's going on with this?
Yes. I mean, I'll definitely hop in, and then I'm certainly passing it to Randall. I think because our entries to Lego was significantly different, we created the blueprint really because I needed the blueprint, right? Wow. I mean, I came into this space. I'm like, yes, there are models that exist. Currently, there are sets that exist. But if I wanted to create a model of my own, what might it look like? And there was no necessarily like graph paper that was in alignment with bricks and or bricks or plates in any capacity. And so our commitment was really to create what was missing inside of that space. And we know, we're grateful to not only only be a part of this community, but be a part of a genre of people, if you will, that create their own models. And so inside of that, we said, what might it look like if we created the graph paper to support people with creating their own builds? And so, yeah, shout out to my best friend Ashley, who created the name, the blueprint for us. But once we had the name, it was like go time, right? We were like, oh, let's create a book that actually makes sense for people like us all throughout the trajectory that is the Lego community that wants to create their own mocks. And so I'll pass it to Randall from then.
I just needed something to sketch in that wasn't regular graph paper. That's really what it was. Like something that I could travel with. And it's also scaled 1-to-1 with brick. So if you put a brick in it, it matches up. So it was a selfish thing, but also we knew that I knew I wasn't the only one that might find some usage out of this.
For sure.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, that's cool. So who has some mocks to show?
Mocks. I'm excited what you're showing, Randall. What you got over there?
I got something that I brought down for the show. You're going to see it at the show, but this is, the old thing that you saw on the website, the Grammy right here. There's something else that I'm working on that got destroyed on the plane that I have to rebuild that you're going to see at Brick Fair, but can't show it here because it's not together. But this old thing, this is something that I'm proud of. We're able to achieve the shaping and not quite 1-to-1, just a little bit oversized, but one of my favorite builds.
I love it. That's beautiful. I want to build one, so I'm gonna head on over there and you sell the instructions to that on your site.
I'm going to soon.
Okay.
I was gonna say, have you considered at all? I know there are like companies that do it out there. If you got the parts for it, making it chrome at all?
I use Chrome Block City quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I've thought about doing it in different colors. Yes. Chrome I haven't considered, but that's a good suggestion.
That one's for free. Suggestion for you. There you
go.
Before we move on, I gotta recognize Brian B with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Brian. It says, anyone else sick with excitement to see Boone next week? When? On what?
Yeah.
Here? Just here?
It's gonna be in another commercial that we don't know about.
I don't know.
It's for Space Jam 3. It's gonna be announced.
Space Jam 3, and I'm in it. Space Jam 3, The Legacy of Boone. No. I don't know that I'm not aware. I will be here. I'll be here at this same time live with somebody.
That was a very big deal. We were thoroughly impressed. We were like, yes, Boone is the homie. We know him. He's killing it with the Space Jam move. That is superb.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you so much. That was such an unreal experience. It was wild and amazing. Yeah. Early on in the talk, I don't know if I should say that. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say it this way. I'll say it this way. When I first heard about Space Jam and an opportunity to do something in collaboration with Space Jam, I was crossing my fingers that I might get to be in a Zoom call with LeBron or something.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen, of course. It didn't happen. But that's all right. I had such an incredible time. It was really awesome.
Yes.
Aubrey says next month maybe. I don't know what's happening next month. People know something that I don't know. I will be at so y'all are going to Randall, Brian, you're going to Brick Fair, Virginia. You're going to get to enjoy the fun of Lego fan conventions before I will. And I know some folks are at Brick Fiesta this week. I saw Moto and
Brick Rodeo.
I'm so sorry. Brick Rodeo. Is that a completely different?
No,
I don't know that a Fiesta exists.
They had to pivot names. It's a whole thing. It's the Brick Rodeo.
They pivoted names, so it is the Brick Rodeo, and I've already seen lots of people talking about having fun there this weekend. Saw pictures of Moto, pictures of Jeff McElwee, saw the Julian with the Pink Bucket Nation, saw some folks having fun down there. I'm definitely very envious. I really, really miss going to Lego conventions, but I will be going. I'm going to drive to near Salt Lake City, Utah at the end of August for Brick Slopes. And that'll be my first convention back. So I hope you all have an awesome time at Brick Fair, Virginia.
I can't wait.
And yeah. What do you, Randall, have you spent time at Lego conventions?
Yeah, so when I moved to VA from Atlanta, Brick Fair was the first convention that I'd ever gone to. And then I moved to Chicago and then started going to Brick World. And so Brick World has been, my local spot, but I'm excited to get back to Brick Fair because, again, that was the first one and I just miss that environment. So and then it's the first one back for me as well. So yeah, I'm more than familiar.
Okay, yeah. So Brian shed some light on this and said, "Womp womp. Thought you were going to Brick Fair. Guess I'll be sick for another month till Brick Slopes." All right. Yeah. We'll see you there, Brian. We'll see you there. Sorry, I won't be in Virginia.
Not the gang sign. Yeah. Y'all are nuts.
Syreeta, do you have any mocks you want to show us?
I mean, just because I have this little.
It's probably big. Okay.
This is not big. I was gonna bring out the big source one, but I decided not to. This is from Tribe Called Quest, native of Queens, which is where I'm from. This is Q-Tip, known as the Abstract. Just like really brilliant artists. We want to figure out a way how we can be intentional around not only celebrating artists, but celebrating the moments and anniversaries that they might have. So Randall hit me and he was like, let's create something for Tribe. If anyone knows me, I'm definitely a firm believer in representing Queens, New York all the time. And so this mock here just definitely made sense. It's also the first time that we got to play in the frame space, which we've been really, really excited about for a long time because just figuring out what that might look like for folks to display this is art, right? And so, yeah, this has been a great journey. We have 4 different versions on our site. And yes, it's really cool.
Awesome. Love it. Cool. Well, let's see. We'll get into some Q&A just here in a little bit. Syreeta, Randall, anything else you wanted to touch on before we say goodbye to the AFL Spotlight segment of the evening? We'll have Q&A will give us plenty more opportunity to geek out about Lego and our love for Lego. But if I want to make sure you have the opportunity to say anything you'd like to say.
Yeah, I always want to say most incredible to the world. That's it.
I will. Brick Fair is not the last convention that I'll see y'all at this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Randall is definitely outside. He is outside and ready to mingle.
Randall, I was going to ask you, what's your favorite thing about going to a Lego convention?
Oh man. Somebody told me to do the games. I haven't done those. I also haven't done like the park drafts. Honestly, I really just like seeing like the super large displays that people do, whether they be castles or sometimes I think the last Brick World that I went to was like that long bridge, if you remember that. So it's really just walking around and seeing, it sounds quite rote of an answer, but seeing what people come up with, mosaics as well. So yeah, just walking around and seeing all that type of stuff.
That's awesome. Syreeta, have you spent much time at conventions?
No, but I'm really excited. They just opened this is absolutely not a convention by any means, but they just opened the Fifth Avenue store, which I'm really excited about. I got a chance to visit, which is really dope. But I'm like, what conventions are on this side? I think the beautiful thing that I got to tap into when I was with Randall on Lego Masters 2 is the world that is, the Lego community, right? And so I'm really excited not only to be a part, but to explore what is now possible in this. And so I have a whole checklist of conventions that might be possible for me as I figure out my whole schedule. And I know Randall is going to represent for the 99s and the 2000s, as they say. But yeah, I'm really excited. I know they have one at Nassau Coliseum, but I'm really excited to really hop into the convention space and, you know, pop out.
Awesome. Brian, what's your favorite thing about LEGO conventions?
It's the people by far. You know, I see so many incredible creations, you know, and Beyond the Brick does a great job highlighting all that. So I get to see them through, you know, the computer, and, you know, seeing them in person is great, but getting to know the people that built them, the people in the community, just getting to socialize about LEGO with the people that I've been discussing it with over the internet, you know, sharing that passion, and then all the shenanigans that happen outside of the convention hall, going to lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever, you know, fun times like that. So I love talking to people. All right.
Well, that's awesome. I can't wait either. I think my favorite, I love going out to eat with people.
I mean, yeah, like there's so many fun like adventures and conversations that happen around, you know, a good meal. Like, you know, I put on these pounds because I'm social, you know?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we are about to get into the virtual Great Ball Contraption. I have to show you what it's going to look like, and I have to tell you in the live chat how you're going to get to participate. And then we'll take a little break and we'll do a little bit of Q&A while I sort of get it set up, because this is a piece of software that Brian actually introduced me to. It integrates incredibly seamlessly with Twitch. It integrates not at all with YouTube. So I'm doing some workarounds here, but I think it's going to be worth it. We'll see how it goes. This is the first time we're taking a stab at virtual Great Ball Contraption. But here is the beginning of the ball contraption. You'll see there's kind of a Plinko style beginning here. Yeah. And then we run down and we'll go through. This is the first set of tracks. And then we've got some obstacles there. And then this is an obstacle. These are a virtual Great Ball Contraption module that I call the popper modules. You can get popped right off of there. Now, if you don't understand what I'm showing you yet, you're all gonna start as little marbles rolling down in virtual gravity. And I'll tell you how you can have your name on one of those marbles when we begin here in just a moment. And then we'll go through here and you'll see some of the other obstacles that we have before we will ultimately pick a winner. We will pick a winner in the virtual Great Ball Contraption, and that person will win the what is he? A Wolfman, the Wolfman video minifigure character. This is going to be absurd. I've never done this before. Brian is a longtime veteran at Marvels on Stream, so I'm going to rely on him to help me with the commentary. But anyway, first I've got to tell you how to join. So if you want to be one of those marbles in the virtual Great Ball Contraption, I will need you to go ahead and type in the chat !VGBC. !VGBC for virtual Great Ball Contraption. You can start entering that in the chats now. And as I see those !VGBCs come in, I will make sure that your name is registering. Yep, we've got people opting in. People are opting in. And then as soon as I've seen all the VGBCs, Philip is going to have a ball. Jay, did you say Philip put it in twice?
Yes, you only have to put it in once, everybody. Only one time.
You only have to put it in once.
Exclamation point, not two.
You only have to put it in once, and you're not going to get any extra points for putting it in twice. So, all right, let's see. VGBC, I'll give everybody another minute or so. You're welcome to join by putting !VGBC in the chat. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a couple minutes to get this set up. And in the meantime, Brian is going to ask Randall and Syreeta some questions. So after you've opted in with an exclamation point VGBC, you can also start putting your Q&A questions in the live chat. And Brian is going to take it away with some questions for Randall and Syreeta.
Sure.
All right.
So I'm doing that now.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that now. So it means since we haven't had any in the live chat yet, it means you have to come up with the first question yourself.
Yeah, sure. And everyone be mindful in the chat. They can't answer a lot of things about Lego Masters Season 2. So let's diversify the questions to get some spicy ones. All right. I will start it off with a very common question in the Lego realm, but an important one to ask. Do you have a favorite Lego minifigure that you have in your collection?
The pressure. I've been really excited about the Looney Tunes ones, which I get all of them, like every single one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. Randall?
I'm in my old room right now, and I'm looking at some VHS tapes, and a couple of them, yes, that's how old I am. And a couple of them say Holy Batmania and I think Batman the movie. So I was really excited when they came out with the 1966 Batcave set and the Adam West Batman. That's probably one of my favorite minifigs.
Phil Centaur. That is absolutely false. Phil knows how I feel about the Centaur. I want to go the furthest, whatever the furthest situation I can get from that. Shout out to Korea one time.
in the vein of that Centaur, so a question
real quick before we get the next question, I am cutting off the opt-ins for virtual Great Ball Contraption. So if you hear this and you haven't put in exclamation point VGBC, it is done. The time is up. So everyone who has typed that has opted in, and I'll just need another moment here. So ask a couple more questions, and make sure you get to this one eventually.
Oh my God!
Okay,
so we'll save that one. Ask the one you had. Ask the one you had, Brian.
Sure. So
you ready? Because I already got dad jokes ready to go. But I hope you're on it. Let's go, Randall.
I'll present you with this question that's come up in previous episodes of Bricktorious when we've had Lego Masters folks on. If there was a Lego Masters challenge you would like to see for a Season 3 or different region of Lego Masters, what sort of challenge would you give the contestants?
Randall is pondering right now.
Yeah, because I haven't seen Australian Season 3 yet. So I'm thinking about it. That's a really good question.
So for an idea, I have previously said a monochrome challenge, only using one color assigned by the judges or will. So
that would be very cool.
Yeah.
Brian, you asked that question a couple weeks ago, and I was amazed at how similar this week's challenge was to what my answer to that question was.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Well, I think I said that I thought it would be cool to see, and I didn't know anything about the thing that we saw this week with the Demolition Derby, but I was saying that I thought it would be great to have people build, some sort of like battle bots or Demolition Derby cars. But my twist was that you're building against another team, and you're building a car. You're building both a car and an obstacle course. And maybe in the end, thinking about that, maybe it was just too large an idea.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be great because the whole time you'd be looking at the car they're building and trying to build your obstacle course to beat their car. And at the same time, you're looking at the obstacle course they're building and trying to build your car to beat their obstacle course. And then in the end, you have to race your car on their obstacle course and vice versa. But so anyway, I thought this one was pretty similar.
Wow. Man, Brian, you stumped me because there's just so many things that I would like to see, but I don't know if it's like good for TV.
Well, you can roll with one of those.
Okay, so one of the things that we've talked about before was like if you had to build something, I don't know how you would theme it, but you build something and you had to pass it to the team to your left, or something like that,
like a relay sort of thing.
Yeah, something like that. I could see, picking up what somebody else did and either building an opposite of that or a continuation of it.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just like, shout out to the people in the comments. Like, we're hearing trains. I think Lego Masters for folks who are autistic would be amazing and like super dope. Actually, like, yeah, I mean, like the people know. I think it could be actually really, really cool if there was kind of some type of challenge where the people decide what the next challenge would actually be. I think that'd be cool for like engagement. And yeah, just really tapping into to what the community already has.
There must be some sort of survey that they could do after the end of this season and relay that. It'd be tough to do it, live after an episode because they record months in advance. But
for sure, because people are so familiar with not only the Lego catalog but what the challenges have been in each particular country, if you will, right? Like Australia, people know what time it is. In the United States, people know what time it is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So to just open it up to the people, I think could be really, really cool. And you'll have a never-ending list of what is possible for the challenges. Because we could do Star Wars, we can do Mario Brothers, we can do, all of the things that are licensed through Lego, period. We'll be here all day and tomorrow.
So now I'm obligated. Philip S. in the chat asks, Randall, what is your favorite dad joke?
What is your favorite dad joke, Randall?
Any dad joke that Philip doesn't tell. That's my favorite dad joke.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Man, Syreeta, you was really getting it with Will on our last episode. That was...
I tried to.
That was top tier. I was uncomfortable, but that was top tier. I got to give it up for you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was my whole goal in life. I was like, all right, if we're gonna crack jokes for Will, let's go all the way, And so I'm happy I did a good job at that. Thanks, Randall, for the acknowledgement.
Oh man.
How's the GBC treating you, Boone?
Well, I feel like I'm almost there, but for some reason it's not loading people's names. My workaround may not work around.
Brian, have you ever built the GBC?
I have not had the pleasure. So I usually, like I said in my favorite part of conventions answer, I do a lot of talking. And my building skills, I've only gotten slightly better over the past couple of weeks. I actually do Lego Masters challenges with a live streamer named Brick and Nick every Wednesday. We get the challenge that you guys had done, the night before, and we'll do it for ourselves. So we did like the hanging chat, all of them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of stimulated that creative part of the brain that I want to try a GBC at one point, but that's a lot of technique and a lot of movement, and I don't know if I'm ready for it, honestly. It's a whole different beast.
I have always wanted to do a GBC, and we are very close here. I have input the names. I am heading over to my little map area and going to GBC 01. It is a simulation. There are 47 people in this, and I am going to enter the race. It is loading up, and I will share it. Here it is. You can see. I'm going to get rid of the banner. You can see we got people in here. There is where's the why can't I?
Good stuff.
Boom, come on.
No. All right. We can see Lego Cat Creator is in there. David Lee Bryan is in there. We've got Minifigure Collector, and we're just gonna hit start
in here.
And we'll go to 1. And here we go. You can see everybody cruising down into the play field. There it is. We've got Mark Peterson and Cody O are in the lead.
Wow.
Come on, Mark and Cody. What's up?
Coming up to the first split track.
Track.
Brian P is off the track. Lego Loop.
What happened? Oh my God.
Susan, I see you.
Colin, Susan. Hey, there's Susan Earls.
Susan
is in the lead.
Susan is taking the lead for sure.
I miss the music. I missed the
He was
music.
on the hills,
I
though.
should have had music playing. All right.
Daniel was on the hills.
Colin is off the track and dead.
Sorry,
looks
Colin.
like Susan and Daniel.
My mom
What do I click? What do I click to make some of these names go away, Brian? They're coming up to the popper modules. Is anyone going to get popped off?
I think you press Alt. I think to make the names go. Oh wait, there we go.
Oh, okay. Well, we want the names. I think we want the names.
Wow.
Right?
Where's Jonas just got flung off the map. Goodbye.
Wow, Jeremy. Where's Jeremy?
Jeremy Davis coming up to the. What did I call this? I think I called this the slowly go round. So we're in the slowly go round module.
Track? Did you make
What's
this?
That?
Did you make it?
I did.
Okay, so you have a lot of people dying on this track, Boone. Is this like an intentional design feature or
no? We have some people dying. It's just how it goes. This is my first track, everybody.
This is rough.
Jeremy Davis is going to come out of the slowly go round into Snake River in the lead.
Go
with
ahead, Jeremy.
little bit of lead on Daniel Warren and Susan Earls.
So they're going to drop down into that segment there.
They're going to drop down into that segment. There's Jeremy. There's
Jeremy.
There's Daniel. There's Susan and Cody O. Brickham's Den is in 5th place. Jeremy is coming up to what I call the Twizzler Alley.
Ooh.
Is he gonna? And he gets hung up a little bit. And Daniel, you got Daniel and Jeremy in Twizzler Alley. Susan Earls is getting through a little bit faster. Cody making fast work of Twizzler Alley. They're coming up onto a module that I call "You take the low road and I'll take the high road." And looks like Jeremy is taking the high road.
Jeremy is out of here.
Susan is close behind, coming up to the Wheels of Misfortune. And unfortunately, no matter which way you go, you got to face one of the Wheels of Misfortune. Brickham's Den, Susan's still in it. Brickman Mosaic's Art is there.
This is so much pressure.
And Susan is in the lead. So hope she doesn't get hung up. She got hung up just a little bit there at that fork in the road and into the simple sweeper module. So these are the simple sweeper modules. Susan's making quick work of them and into a double.
Susan is quick with it.
Double sweeper module. Susan got sent back. She got thrown back. Next gen Smarty Pants. Paris is in the lead heading into the pigtail. Now, in the pigtail, this is a pretty easy ride down. Not much chance of anyone catching up with Paris in the pigtail, but we will see some folks catching up a little bit. Brickman Mosaic's Art is coming in fast. Daniel Warren trying to get out of that that double sweeper module.
The double sweeper is relentless, Boone. You threw him for a loop.
I'm still getting used to the controls. Paris.
Got to scrub a dub.
Car wash.
Yep.
Just a little hung up in the car wash there. Paris.
You gotta get squeaky clean. That's how it goes.
Out of there.
He's out of here.
Coming up to a triple stepper module. Some of these I actually based off of real GBC modules out there. You can see sweeper modules, you can see stepper modules, and again, depending on where you come into the stepper modules, we got Brickham's Den coming up behind Next Gen Smarty Pants.
And
not going to do any gaining on anyone in the stepper modules, but we've got a big chance after the stepper modules for someone to come in with a big upset. We'll watch some of our
insane. This is so much pressure.
I want to come back to another live and be a marble.
I should have told you could be a marble. There goes Seth Builds Lego is off the track. Death there. And Next Gen Smarty Pants, we got Paris a little hung up in some of the switch tracks here. This is what I call you take the low road and I'll take the high road too.
The sequel.
And Melissa is making a big go to catch up to
my mama.
Paris.
Wow.
That's your mom?
Yes, that's
taking
my
the lead. Mama's taking this one.
If I win, then I'm getting the Lego set or whatever.
And Melissa is in what I call the eye of the hurricane. And the eye of the hurricane is anyone's game because I've observed some tests. And you can spend a long time in there or you can come out right away. It all depends on how it lies. And whoever gets out of the eye of the hurricane first will be heading to the first cannon.
Yep.
The first cannon is firing into an unprotected cup. So it looks like Jaden, Q, and Dom and Daniel Warren are the first into the cup. Now the second cannon is shooting into a sweeper cup. And so unfortunately, some folks are going to get knocked out of the way here. And for some reason, Jade didn't even make it.
Nope.
Wow.
Melissa's got another shot.
Oh, Melissa's out.
Melissa made it. Melissa and Daniel made it. Melissa and Daniel are now on the Capitol steps. Heading down the Capitol steps. And as we make our way down the Capitol steps, Paris is still in it. Aqua Mike TV is in it. Life of Brother 5000 is in it. And we are coming up. Oh, looks like Heather and Minifig Collector took a dive off the cannon module. And now we are in the bucket modules. Not a lot going to happen in the bucket modules. They're just making their way around. We're waiting patiently. But you can see the very last obstacles we have are some very complex sweeper maze modules.
This is great.
And we've got a lot of people. Paris is in there. Melissa's in there.
Real right now.
This still is anyone's game. We've got all of these people in here. It is very easy to get caught up in these complex sweeper modules.
Oh my God.
Paris has a real chance. Melissa's making her last way into the very last module.
Melissa has it.
Aqua Mike TV is coming in at second. Paris still has a chance at third, and Paris takes third. There it is, everybody. There it is. There is Melissa, our winner. In second place, we had Aqua Mike TV. In third place, we had let's zoom out just a little bit and see who the last couple of folks here. We'll get an 8th, 9th, and 10th place. Let's see if Cody and Maria was just killed.
Sorry, Maria, we love you.
Marvel Kid 25 has a chance. Eli Schwartz has a chance. And in 8th place, we've got Marvel Kid 25. Marvel Kid 25 flew through that last last challenge. We've got Legomatic and Eli Schwartz. Looks like I misspoke. Mikey Rowe and Cody Otley. Cody O made it in there for the very end. Well, that was it, everybody. That was the very first virtual GBC here on Bricktorious Live.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it worth doing again? Brian, I might have to ask you for some tips on how do we get out of here?
We'll put it in the workshop. Don't worry. We'll get some work done. Congratulations.
The winner was Melissa. So, Randall, that's your mom?
That's my mother. She's in the other room right now.
That's amazing. I'm so amazed.
It wasn't.
Congratulations, Melissa. You have won the Wolfman minifigure, and I'll communicate with Randall to figure out how we can get that to you.
Because she's gonna give it to me anyway, so I'm just gonna give you my address.
Oh my goodness! All right, thank you so much for playing, everybody. I hope you had fun with that. We'll do some more of that maybe in a month. I'm trying to get, if I can get a rotation of 4 different crowd participation activities that we can do, then we can trade off. We can rotate and just do one a month. But there we go. All right, let's see. Syreeta, Randall, it is the top of the hour. I know it's getting late where y'all are at. Do you want to call it, or you want to do like 10 more minutes of Q&A?
I'm kicking it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you in for 10 more minutes?
I'm in for as long as you'll have me, Boone. Always.
What if I announced right now that this was secretly a 24-hour live stream?
I would probably fall right asleep on the desk. Right asleep.
Were there any, Randall, did you answer the question from Philip about the dad joke?
Dad joke, he did not. Randall
that sounds like an inside joke to me.
It is very much
because I was close to Philip and Maria in our time, and he would almost always pull a dad joke out of nowhere, and it just, oh my gosh, like he's very good at dad jokes. I have to give it to him, but he's so good that like it's so bad, but it's so good, man. Type of thing. Yes.
Are they quick? He must come up with them
witty.
Pretty quick.
Witty.
Right.
Witty. Right. Like I wish I could remember them to give you an answer, but I think I blocked them out of my sight. Like neuralize myself whenever he tells a dad joke.
For the Q&A section, I'll call back to a question that Nick asked a while ago, and between the two of you, would like to hear your Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
Artists or albums?
Artists. We'll go with artists.
Who are the four faces?
Maybe two each. Two
okay.
for each.
I'll pick the DOC from the late 80s. Yes. He has an album, No One Can Do It Better, that's really good. Came out alongside NWA back in the day. And I mean, I grew up listening to Biggie, so I'll pick them.
Okay.
I'll pick Jay-Z and Lauryn Hill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a solid Mount Rushmore. Excellent.
I think so.
Lauryn Hill can be on the mountain alone.
Yeah.
For my hip hop.
Yeah. She does everything.
Not a question.
Cody O with a $10 super chat, 10th place things. Thank you, Cody. Thank you very much for supporting the chat. Cody, always here, giving us an awesome time in the super chat realm. I saw this was an interesting thing we got up here that said this is a little bit different take. And Brian, I was so focused on getting folks over into the virtual GBC that I missed the questions before predominantly. But so if this has already been asked, then please just like remind me that it's already been asked. But Life of Brother said, what's your favorite Lego Masters challenge? And this is the important piece. The one that made you feel the most free. So which of those Lego Masters challenge was the one that just like you felt free to explore your creativity? You felt like you were in your element, like you were building what you were truly meant to build. That's the way I would interpret that question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Syreeta?
Yeah, I think I always go with the first challenge. I think it was the parade challenge was very much so reflective of the things that we are passionate about. It was our first challenge. It didn't have to be on any grand scale by any means, but I think we got the point across around what we are committed to, and I think that was really, really cool. And inside of that, there was a level of freedom because we got to dictate and show the things that we love in the world. So that's what the challenge was for me, for sure. Randall?
I'll say the same thing. We after taking some time to align on what we wanted to do, and not having many circumstances that you might have to build to in other challenges.
Yeah.
The most free, I'd probably say the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I guess I could answer that question too, because I was on there for season 1.
What? You were on there for season 1?
Small role. He had a small part to play.
Small part, right?
Yeah.
There was this moment in the final challenge where Mark and I we had gone a different direction for our initial idea. We built the mini model and we could tell that the Brickmasters just like weren't really feeling it. And so then we had this moment where we were like, look, let's just do what we do. And we built Apocalypse, which is like post-apocalypse is what Mark and I had been building together. And it's like when we made that switch, we were like, we're going to do the same idea, but we're going to make it this whole different thing. That was really it was like popping the cork off of a champagne bottle, right? It's just like our ideas just started going wild, and unfortunately it ended the way it ended, but we had an incredible time building that piece. So
I felt like somebody that I know from the second season, they saw your piece recently. I think, is it at Legoland?
It's at Legoland, California.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it was Brian and Lauren. They went and saw it on their IG, and it looked really good in that angle, outside of TV.
Yeah, that's awesome. What'd you say?
I said humble brag. You know, it's just that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to bring it up.
Nothing crazy.
The downside of it is it's behind glass, so most people's photographs have a lot of glare. It's a little bit challenging, but I imagine it's pretty cool to see when you're standing there. Eli said, Randall, what inspired you to get a degree in architecture?
If I can be frank, I was trying to figure out how I could parlay my love of Lego into something that was practical. So I was going into high school and was like, well, I don't know what I'm super interested in, but I love Lego. And so architecture was like the next best thing because I also like math and went ahead and got a degree in architecture. I'm not an architect now, but I definitely use the degree in other ways.
Awesome. I love it. I'm sure it comes in handy with what you do. Mm-hmm. Let's see. That's a question for me. Aquamite says, I am getting into architecture. Awesome. Sounds great. Here's one for Syreeta from David. Says, Syreeta, what custom architecture models did you make? You said something about architecture models?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't make any custom, but any set that has been on sale through Lego, I've built every architecture set.
Awesome.
Lego catalog. So I'm excited about that.
Do you have any desire to build the massive Coliseum? That's not quite architecture, but it's close.
It's like schmeh.
A schmeh?
I mean, I visited it in real life.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of on the fence if I actually want to build the Coliseum. But I mean, at this point, it literally might be the last set that I haven't built at this point. So I might just do it for them. So we'll see.
This is just the beginning of the song. I'm going to turn it down so that we can keep talking. But it is getting to that time, everybody. It's getting to that time. Yes, Seth builds Lego I think it goes for season 1 and season 2. A lot of tight friends made on the show. Did y'all feel that way?
Yeah. I went out to LA late last month and kicked it with Brian and Lauren and Michelle and kicked it with some Midwest folks when we watched my episode. So yeah, we're all cool.
Yeah, I was just with Richard a few weeks ago. It happened so rapidly. Shout out to Dave. One time too.
Awesome. All right, we'll do one more here from Beta Bricks. Do you prefer building for display or to play with functions?
I would say Randall definitely wants to play with functions.
Well, after having that experience, I think it became important for me to figure out how to incorporate functions into it and not just have it look good. So I learned that was probably one of the key things. So in the future, you might see some of that stuff from me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Syreeta, Randall, thank you so much for joining us tonight. The hour flew by. I feel like we'll have to have you. Love to have you back and hear more from you in the future.
Yeah,
Brian.
More.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian, thank you for being my co-host tonight. I always appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, anytime, man. Thank you for having me.
It's easier to get through these things when I have support like that. Hey, Jonathan Vo, Maria was here, Philip was here, Life of Brother, Demure 7242, Lego Cat Creator, Brickham's Den, Alyssa, Eli Schwartz, Aqua, Mike TV, Seth Builds Lego, Beta Brick. Thank you all so much for coming. Of course, the great Sadovich was here with us. We really appreciate all your time. Thank you for hanging out with us here on Boone Builds. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Please like it. Please subscribe to Boone Builds or follow if you're over on Facebook. And let's see. Oh, in the video description, you got links to Syreeta and Randall's website and to each of their Instagrams. So if you're interested in seeing those, you can certainly find them. And until next time, I hope you all go build something amazing.